ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗಳು, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಇವ್ರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅನುಸರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಯಿತು, ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ತುಳುವನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ನನಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾಯಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಛಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಛಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶವಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದೇ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳಲ್ಲ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಫುರಣೆಗಳು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧನೆ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯ. ಸಾಧನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗುರುವಿನ ಸಂಪರ್ಕವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಗುರುಗಳ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗುರುವಿನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ ಸ್ಫುರಣೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಗುರುಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರೆಷಿಯಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪಿಷಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದು, ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತಾನೆ ನಾವು ಎನ್ಲೈಟೆಂಡು, ಆದರೆ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಮೋಹ ವ್ಯಾಮೋಹ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಆಗು ಹೋಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೀರಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಅವಕಾಶ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗುರುವಿನ ಪ್ರೇರಣೆ ನಮಗೆ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಗುರುವಿನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಪರ್ಕವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಗುರು ಹೇಳಿದ ವಾಕ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪರಿಪಾಲನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ 34ನೇ ತತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವರು ಸ್ಫುರಣೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಾವು ಕೆಲವು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತಗಳಾಗ್ತವೆ. ನಾವೇ ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತ, ನಾವು ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತವಾಗಿ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಓಂ ಜೈ ಮಾತಾ, ಓಂ ಜೈ ಗುರು.
That is why pieces of lemon in water will bring that biochemical and biorhythmic and bioelectrical energy to the brain. So most of this we are not having this because the energy has not been balanced by our own body. Compassion ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ, but something has to be triggered. Compassion trigger ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು? ಬಯೋಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್, ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಯೋರಿಥಮಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಅದು ಟ್ರಿಗರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಸಿಂಪತಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಎಂಪತಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ಅಂದಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಯೋರಿಥಮಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಗ ದೆನ್ ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್. ಈವನ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್, this gets into our system because our bioelectrical, biochemical and biorhythmic energy is normal. We are understanding ಗ್ರಹಿಸೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಈ 3 ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳಿದ್ದರೇನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಗ್ರಹಿಸೋದು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌವ್ ದ ಹೆಡ್. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥನೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಯೋಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್, ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಯೋರಿಥಮಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓಕೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ನಿಮಗೆ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ 3 ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 3 ಈಸ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ.
ಅದೇನೆ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಗುರುಜಿ ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು ತಮಿಳ್ ಬರ್ದೇ ಇರೋರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ ದ ರಿದಮಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್, ಈವನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಇಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನೇ 4 ಸತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಪ್ಷನ್. ಈಗ ಈವನ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸು ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಥರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅದು ರಿಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇನೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೇನೆ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಓನ್ ರಿಕವರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಂದನೂ ರಿಕವರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಇಮ್ಯೂನಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಅವರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 3 ಬಯೋ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ವೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸೂತ್ರ ಗುರುಜಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಗುರುಜಿ ಇದು ಹೇಳೋ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 2 or 3 ಮಂತ್ಸಿಂದ ಗುರುಜಿ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ. ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಬೇರೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ವಾಟ್ರೇ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಅದು ಕುಡ್ದಾಗಿಂದನೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಗುರುಜಿ, ನಂಗೆ ತುಂಬ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗಿದೆ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ನನಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಪಿತ್ತ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಹುಚ್ಚುಚ್ಚಾಗಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಅದೊಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಇದೆ, ಪಿತ್ತಂ ಪುಡಿಚಿರ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ತಲೆಗೇರಿದೆ ಪಿತ್ತ ಅಂತ, ನೆತ್ತಿಗೇರಿತು ಪಿತ್ತ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲವು ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಹುಚ್ಚುಜಾಗ ಆಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆಯಿಲ್ ಪೈಲಾಗಿ ಆಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಗುರುಜಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಆಲ್ಕಲೈನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಪೈಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಆಡೋದು ಏನು ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ಇಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇದ್ಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಯಿಲ್ ಪೈಲ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಮೆಚೋರ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇದು ಅದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಏನೇ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಹೌ ವಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಆಯಿಲೋ ಪೈಲೋ ಅಥವಾ ನಾರ್ಮಲೋ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಯಿಲಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಯಾಕೆ ಐಲಾಗಿ ಆಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೀವು ಐಲಾಗಲೇ ಆಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗುರುಜಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಸೂತ್ರನ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ಜೈ ಮಾತಾ, ಜೈ ಗುರುದೇವ್.
So based on that Tattva 34, based on that Matadi.
Om Jai Mata, Om Jai Gurudeva.
Yes, Jai Mata.
The emphasis on the virtues which are required for getting enlightened,
Yes.
like compassion, unconditional love, awareness. These are some of the very key virtues which are required
Right.
for us to progress not only in our spiritual world but also in our day-to-day living.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, spiritual world and our external world are not very different.
Right.
We are a part of the society, and as a responsible citizen of the society, our internal world and external world are one and the same. Because what we experience on the outer world is nothing but what we experience in the inner world.
Correct.
When we see and when we react or when we act instead of reacting in the external world, that makes a change in our internal world. And in turn, when the internal world starts getting improved, then automatically what we experience in the external world also keeps changing. It's like a loop. So it's like a step. You cross one step, then you are automatically led to this next step. So it's a process of, it's like a swirl. Once you are in that swirl, you keep improving yourself both externally and internally, step by step by step.
Yes.
And it takes you to higher heights, both outside as well as inside.
Correct.
And therefore it is very necessary for us to not completely differentiate the external world and the internal world.
Right.
What is important for us is to balance the external world and the internal world. See where you have to focus at what point in time.
Right.
There are times where you have to focus on the external world, there are times, at other times you have to focus on the internal world, because both support each other.
Yes.
Having said this, virtues like unconditional love or compassion are virtues which are very important for us, because that is the virtues which will make you subtle. And these virtues are so important, but unfortunately sometimes what happens is we get emotionally involved in the process of compassion.
Yes.
When this emotional involvement takes place in the process of either unconditional love, although the word itself, unconditional itself, means there is no emotional attachment, but unfortunately what happens is we get emotionally attached to the process of showing compassion or to the process of showing unconditional love. This emotional attachment is detrimental for our progress.
Yes.
Because what happens is when we are emotionally attached to somebody, we are indirectly attracting all his negative tendencies to us. One of the examples which I had read some time back is, if you notice all the celebrities,
Yes.
these celebrities are known to millions of people, whereas the celebrities know thousands of people. And when the celebrity is there, many people get emotionally attached, and therefore what happens is they are indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, they are sucking out all the karmas of that celebrity, and therefore we notice that all these celebrities are always growing higher and higher at the cost of us, which we do not realize. So emotional attachment, in my opinion, be it compassion, be it unconditional, or be it anything, one should not be emotionally involved in that activity, yet that effect of compassion should project for example, like helping them in the form of, in your time, in the form of wisdom, in the form of prayer, in any way which you think is appropriate at that particular moment. Not every moment you can do everything. Not every time you can give money, not every time you can help them.
And cry for them also.
And cry for them also.
Yeah.
But definitely every time we can pray.
Yeah.
Because prayer is something which is your internal process,
Right.
which is not affecting you in any way from the point of view of disturbing your sequence. In
Yes.
fact, more the prayer you do, not only for yourself, even for others, so long as the prayer does not involve something which is you are trying to correct, so long as, in my opinion, so long as the prayer is for upliftment of him in the best way. Now, who knows the best way? We don't know. There are people who believe that being a beggar, they want to continue to be a beggar. We are nobody to say that he should not be a beggar tomorrow. It is his life. He has decided to lead that life his way. All that we can pray, in my opinion, is to see that whatever he is desiring, if it is so long as it is within the parameters of dharma, may he get it, so that he gets the satisfaction of the purpose of his life. The purpose of his life, he knows, his soul knows. I don't know, and I don't want to know it either. My objective is to see that he is helped in the way that he wants, he is seeking help. So with this objective, when you do without any emotional attachment, then both progress. Not only the person who is receiving the compassion, also the person who is giving the compassion, both of them benefit spiritually in this matter.
Yeah.
Now, when these virtues that are necessary for us, for example, awareness. How does one build awareness? Awareness is not something which you can learn.
Yes.
Awareness is something which you have to start practicing by living in the present.
Yes.
Because past is gone, you can do nothing about it. You can only learn from the past.
Yes.
But that is the only thing that you can learn from the past. But future is yet to come. We can only imagine, we can daydream about the future. But future is not in our hands as on today.
But you should prepare yourself for the future.
Having learned from the past,
Yeah.
we should know what we should do now, because what we do now is going to create our future.
Yes, exactly.
And therefore, when we look at future, we are actually, you should be looking at what we should do now,
Yes.
so that our future is correct. And therefore, the focus, when it is on now, the present, then what happens? Awareness automatically becomes extremely high.
Yes.
You don't get distracted in anything other than what is as of now.
Yes.
The moment your focus is so sharp that you are always focused in the now, that now need not be something very fantastic. The now can be as mundane as chopping vegetables, cooking, or anything of that matter. Even, for example, walking. When you are walking, if you are focused on what you are doing at that particular moment, then automatically your mind is very calm, you are not distracted, you don't have clutter in your mind. It is a clutter-free mind which is focusing only on the present.
Yes, awareness is nothing but keeping the mind and the psyche clutter-free.
So awareness can be done, as Puja Guruji just now said, keeping it clutter-free, keeping it calm, peaceful and focused. When all these are there, then awareness automatically helps. Now, in many of the techniques, it is said, focus on your breath.
Right.
The objective of that is because breath is right now.
Right.
It is now. And therefore, when you are focusing on your breath, you are automatically focusing on the present. So there are many techniques in various forums which are given. Most of them, in fact, I would believe all of them, are focusing primarily on how you want to increase your awareness of your present living condition, because this is what is going to create your future.
Yes.
Having said this, when the awareness level goes on increasing and when you have developed all these virtues which are necessary for you to spiritually grow,
Right.
then automatically it's an automatic thing for you to get self-realized. Because self-realization is not something which is out of the blue.
Okay.
self-realization is nothing but removal of all the ignorance which is blocking your true self. And how can you remove all this is only through this decluttering and making sure that you are on the right path. When it comes to right path, what I mean is being within the four pillars of dharma.
Yes.
And when you're doing that, automatically you're not creating a new impediments
Right.
in your growth. Existing impediments over a period of time, they are going to get vanished because that is your prarabdha karma. You will be experiencing it, and with the right frame of mind, even that experience need not be difficult for you.
Right.
It can be made easy with the help of the teachings which you receive from the Guru. And with Viveka, when you use things with Viveka, then what happens is at that particular moment in time when you are faced with some kind of a situation which perhaps could be your prarabdha karma, you will come out of it if you very easily, and more importantly, you have the strength and the mental fortitude
Right.
to overcome that, and without feeling any problem you will not realize that it was a problem at all.
Exactly.
It will just seem to be a situation, and every day you come across so many situations. It is one of those situations, and this way you overcome all your karmas without realizing that you had so many karmas with you. And when you go through all this process, you become very not that you are not auspicious precious today, you are auspicious and precious today, but that auspiciousness and preciousness is covered.
Right.
And therefore you are not able to realize yourself that you are auspicious and precious.
Yes.
Once you realize that the true potential that you have, that is nothing but realization.
Yes.
Self-realization is nothing but realizing yourself, realizing your true nature
And your true potential. as well.
and your true potential. Your
Right.
true nature and your true potential is nothing but divine nature. And once you realize this, you are that.
Yes.
And once you know that you are that, as Puja Guruji today said, people will automatically start seeking you without you seeking or without you asking them to seek you.
Right.
People will come to you with all kinds of their own personal issues, with all kinds of bhavana they will come to you. And because they know that you have that ability to give them that solace which they are seeking at that particular moment of time. At the end of the day, everybody has a problem. Everybody has problems. It's not that people don't have problems. But a problem is a problem. But question is whether do you want to convert that problem into suffering, or you want to treat it as a problem as one of the situations in life. The moment you are not able to see this, if you convert this problem into a suffering, then it becomes a difficult situation, and the choice of whether that situation should become a suffering or not is in your hands. And with Viveka, you will be able to clearly distinguish what requires attention, what does not require attention. And when you focus this with clarity of Viveka, then you are able to separate the grain from the chaff, and you are on the right path, and this will take you to self-realization.
Yes, in fact, Viveka is the solution when people come to you, and when you go to one, that Viveka is the solution which you will receive or which you will ready to give.
And with this kind of Viveka that one exhibits, what happens is, and with the clarity of the mind and with the non-cluttering of the mind, automatically intuition is something which starts coming in higher and higher levels. And more you have trust and faith in those intuitions, more and more strongly it will start coming forward. Because intuition is something which is coming from within, and if you do not respect that intuition, or if you start looking at it with suspicion, then automatically such intuiting thoughts will start getting reduced. It's very important to have belief in oneself. With Viveka, one should be able to distinguish between what is an intuition and what is a mind telling you.
Right.
Because mind is extremely intelligent. We have to be very careful with the mind. We have to respect mind. And then what happens is then the mind becomes your servant rather than you becoming a servant of your mind.
Yeah.
Jai Mata, Jai Gurudev.
For more satsangs from Shri Nimishananda Guruji, subscribe to this channel. Click the bell button below to get notifications. Like and share the video and spread the divine message.